life-saving technique or skill, which is very important. If you have the opportunity, you should be learning that. And then it's also helping pets owner to know their pets a little bit more. Sometimes when you go to the vet, it's not that they don't want to explain to you. Probably it's quite difficult to explain to you in depth for one particular problem, where else you actually go for a skin problem or vaccination. They can't be spending like half an hour to an hour like today, how I spent to you, to talk about just the kneecap. All right. So I really thank my team that they actually helped me to put this together so that we can educate more and more pets owner, so that you guys know what should be done before things getting too bad. All right. Thank you so much. If you you can share this, you can share our platform or Facebook page to your friends. We have many of the free videos or free recorded live that I've done before, such as how to take care of small dogs, I mean puppies, and about fear, how to take care, how to condition your pets before they actually have, so that they wouldn't have so much of fear at the stage of growing up. All right, it's all free in our PetMedic Facebook page. Okay, great. Without further ado, I would like to start our class telling you what patella luxation is. Okay, patella means kneecap. Pangjun. Patella means kneecap. Okay, kneecap. Where is your kneecap? Kneecap is where the femur, and the femur is your thigh lah. Okay, you know where your thigh is, huh? In Cantonese, it's called po lo goi. In Mandarin, it's called si gai. In English, it's called kneecap lah. Okay, it's where your knee is. All right. So this kneecap is actually a floating bone. It's actually a bone covered with some cartilage. I mean, it's a bone that sits on a joint that actually covered with cartilage. Okay, so luxating means it's out of where it's supposed to be. So in a very another layman term is called dislocated, means it's away from where it's supposed to be. Okay, so patella luxation, when your vet tell you, hey, your dog has patella luxation, so now you will know that patella luxation simply means the kneecap that has moved out of the normal location. Does it happen to big dogs? Why doctor only say, particularly this small dog? Because we want to attract more small and toy dogs owner to come in, because 91% of the small dogs actually have this issue. Many of the small dog has this issue. All right. To tell you a story, many years ago when I first started practice, we see maybe 2 cases out of 10 that has patella luxation in a routine check. 20 years down the road today, we are seeing like 9 out of 10 of small dog having this problem. I'll tell you more about this why. All right. So first, I will show you how does it look, anatomically, how does it look? Because you need to know how it's supposed to be at the normal stage. Then you will know how is it look like if it is luxated out of that place. Okay. All right. This on your left hand side is the normal patella. Okay. Imagine have any one of you have eaten drumstick before. Okay, if you have, just put in the chat drumstick. Okay, if you have eaten drumstick before, come. I don't see drumstick now. Drumstick, come, put on the chat. Say drumstick, right? Thank you. So, drumstick, at the end of the drumstick, which is the bone part where Elaine and Elise put up, okay, that drumstick, that white part of it, is where this patella sits on. it is there, right? Like two bulbs and one dented area. Remember? Now you can think about how your drumstick look like. That's how it is. So drumstick is also this particular bone called the femur, okay? Femur. So the end of that drumstick is how it looks like that, a dented area. So your patella bone sits on that area, okay? That's called the patella. So now what happened is this patella, it's out of the space. Either go out here or go out there, okay? Both sides. So both sides, it can actually happen. I show you this very simple diagram is because don't want to complicate matters, but actually in this particular joint, there's so much more other thing. Come, let's show you. In this particular area, if you can see, right, there is a patella right in the middle, and then they are the tendons and the ligaments on the side that actually pull the patella to the lower part of the joint, and then also on the side as well, covering it. Meaning to say that if this thing go out like that all the time, all of this around it, around the bone, and the tendon and the ligaments around it, especially the cruciate ligaments, which is in between the femur and down here, will actually get rubs on like that and could be tear, okay? So when you're dealing with this patella luxation, you're not only dealing with patella luxation, you're actually dealing with all the ligaments injury and tears as well, which you wouldn't know. Trust me, you wouldn't know. Probably out of here, right, like 20 over people that is here, let's say we have 26 dogs here, we probably have 20 dogs easily to have patella luxation, all right? If you're not sure, go and get your vet to check. If you're sure you have, then I'll tell you what is the cause, you know, how does it look like, and then later on, how as an owner, you can do something about it, all right? Now, the common causes of this patella luxation, very, very sad, is actually genetic, okay? Very, very strong genetic correlation. When, let's say there's a mother dog and the papa dog, when they mate, if let's say the mommy dog has the patella problem, all the offspring, let's say they have 5 offspring, all the offspring will have this patella issue, okay? It depends on how bad it is, okay? So the predisposition, it's always the genetic, okay? So it's very sad. Nothing much you can do, right? So now look into it. And it's always happened to toy breed and small breed dog, all right? So now let's see what kind of breeds are. Let's see whether your dog is, you know, in the same category. Well, actually cats can also have patella luxation, but then probably out of like 10, 20 cats, you might see 1. Instead of, you know, 10 pom, you might see 8 poms that actually have patella luxation, okay? Bichon is one of the breed, and then poodle, and then the bow-legged one like Shih Tzus, Pug, Pekingese, the corgis, Boston Terrier, French Bull. French Bull is one of them that is bow-leg, and Dachshund, Jack Russell, Yorkshire, King Charles, Papillon, Cocker Spaniel, Maltese, and Chihuahua. In our country, we see Pom, Bichon, Poodle, Maltese, Chihuahuas, Shih Tzu, Pekingese, and now a lot of French Bull and Pugs too. All right. So, well, don't worry, Xiaofei. I'm just saying that they are very prone, okay? To really know that whether they are or they are not, you need to get your vet to check, okay? So now I'll tell you like a proper way how to check it. But to be very frank, usually your dog won't lie down like that for you to check lah. If they really lie down at home for you to check, right? You can actually one hand hold at the knee, okay? This is where the knee is. And then the right hand, this person right hand is holding the knee, okay? And then the left hand is holding the lower part of the leg. So when you twist like that, you actually can feel whether the patella is go up, out or in, all right? But some is so bad that actually when they are standing, when they move their leg up like that, you already can. They move their back leg up. When you put your hand around the kneecap, you already can feel that things go in and out already. All right. Let's see how an X-ray look like. All right. So this little bony structure, little round bony structure, is actually where the patella is. Can you see the round bony structure? Hangjun, would you help? All right. In front here. Right. Yes, that's where the knee is. Okay. Let's see the X-ray. Okay, I'll show you guys where is the patella, okay? So on the X-ray, this is where the patella look. Okay. So this one in the front. Okay. That one, yes. And then the other one, yes, that round one is actually the patella. So it is supposed to be right in the middle, but it actually has come out of it, okay? Right. So let's see how we actually grade it, okay? I'm gonna try to run this through very fast because I realized that, right? After I have explained to you, I give a lot more time for you to ask questions and then I answer your question will be a lot more useful than I only teach you like very deep into what it is, right? Agree? If you agree, type an agree for me. All right. So for this one, I'll teach you how does the normal and the grade one. Grade one, it can be out, it can be in if you push it. Okay. Then grade two, it can actually come out on its own. Grade three, it's come out on its own, and then you have to push it back. Grade four is no matter how you want to try to push it back, you can't push it back anymore. Okay, I'll go deep to it one by one. Yeah. Most of the cases that we see when they are young, it's always grade one and grade two. All right. We'll tell you what grade one look like. Okay. So this is the least severe one. Okay. Usually we have to, the vet have to actually stand the dog properly or do the examination like how you lie down, right? But at the vet, most of the time they won't be lying down for you to check. So they will be standing. So we use our thumb to manipulate the back leg and try to push it in or pull it out from the groove, okay? If it is a very good knee, which is normal, they won't move at all, okay? But if it is for cases that is able to move out and then it can come back on its own, which is it pops back on its own. So then how do you say, then it pop back on its own, so it's considered grade one. Okay, so next, grade two. How does grade two look? Daphne. Okay, Daphne. I'll kind of answer your question a bit later when we come to the treatment part, okay? Grade two is the knee can be manually moved out It's either when when you manipulate the leg, it comes back, but not immediately. Okay, it's either has to be pushed back, or when you stretch the leg or pull the leg up and down, then it will pop back. All right. So sometimes when you see your dog running, suddenly it lift up the leg, and then after 2 steps, it comes back down. It's usually a sign of grade 1 or grade 2 patella luxation, okay? Which they still run like crazy, still jump like crazy, still go on the sofa all the time, okay? So those are actually the patella luxation grade 2. So let's talk about grade 3. In grade 3, right, of the time, it's from grade 2 moving to grade 3 in time, okay? Sometimes it is so bad that they were having grade 2 maybe at the age of 5, 6 months old. And then at the age of maybe 5, 6 years old, you will still see that they run around. They probably come out a little bit more. So you will see your dog running a little bit less, jumping a little bit less, but they still jump because that's their nature. And then usually it comes out on its own. And then when you push back, manually push back, if you realize, if you see that, oh, he's putting up his leg, and then you manually push back, it's fine. Okay. But usually when you feel the back leg, when you move the leg up and down, you can feel the crack, 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 crack. In that case, it's already a grade 3. Okay. Meaning if only manually moving the leg, it comes out on its own, it's already grade 2 going to grade 3 already. All right. Grade 4, meaning to say that it's already out most of the time. With this kind of patient, you don't think that they were totally not walking. Many of the grade 4 patients, they still able to walk, especially when they are moving from grade 2, grade 3 to grade 4. Why? Because they have conditioned themselves so well to tolerate that kind of pain, right? So they actually so used to it, they can actually walk, probably just not jumping that much, or probably not jumping at all. Usually, let's say they like to jump on the sofa. So recently, then they just, not really jumping, but they are already grade 4. Quite many older patients that I see for vaccination, I have to tell the owner that your dog patella is like really, really out. So at that stage, right, if that dog is about 5, 6 years old or 6, 7 years old, we will be advising them for surgery. And then the owner always tell me like, give me that look like, you crazy, doctor. My dog is walking. Why you ask me to operate my dog? But usually the 5, 6 years old, they don't do anything, right? At the end of the maybe 10, 12 years old, the condition is so bad that there's a lot of other things happening, like the inflammation and all that. And it happens so much that the pain, it's hindering the walking, then the dog will not walk that much, or they walk using the front leg a bit more, so they lift their back leg up, which you don't realize because looking like they're still walking, but actually they're tiptoeing. They're tiptoeing and not putting so much weight, and then their muscle will be shrinking, which you do not realize. So I would encourage all of you to actually feel how your doggy's thigh muscle now, feel it, and actually kind of remember how it actually feels now, and always feel it, so that then some of these days, if you do see that you can't hear clearly. Are you okay? Are you guys okay? Are you okay? Line looks okay. Are you guys okay now? Let me know. I'll just keep talking. When you guys say okay, then I'll continue. All right. Yours is okay? Right. Okay, great. My internet looks okay here. All right. My internet looks okay. Talk slower. Right. Okay, I'll talk slower. Okay, I'll talk slower. So where am I? Where you guys actually stop? Do you remember? Talking about examining the thigh muscle. About examining the thigh muscle. Okay, if I keep continue to talk, if you guys think it's okay. All right. One sentence, 2, 3 words missing. That's very bad. Let me see whether the router is outside. I'm not lagging. I just went to another place. Is it better? Okay. My line looks okay. Let me try to connect to another network. Yeah. Give me 5 seconds. Okay. This should be better. Is this better? Okay. Great. Great. I think it picks up the downstairs Unify. That's why. Okay, great. Right. This grade 4 is very important. All right. This grade 4 is very important is because I need you to now feel your doggy's thigh. Okay. Because the thigh muscle is actually when they are walking, right? The thigh muscle develop very well. So when they are actually okay, when they are actually having a problem not using that leg or using lesser of that leg, usually they will push their weight to the front, which you don't know. So the weight goes to the front, and then the back leg will be tiptoeing much. So they are moving that way, which you don't realize until much later that they start to have not only the kneecap problem and also the back pain. Okay, because they keep pushing their weight to the front, knowing that using their back leg to walk is gonna be hurting. Okay, so because of that, the muscle mass that they have over the years, right, will actually get strained. All right. Your multi-pool has this problem, Annie. Okay, great. So I have one slide that has the summary of this 4th grade. I want you guys to actually take a photo of this thing. Take a photo of this slide so that it's easier for you to refer whether after you check them, whether they are diagnosed with, which grade. All right. Great. I give you 30 seconds to take this photo. All right. Next. So we want to know what kind of symptoms that you will get. Okay. Wenxin thinks that the corgi has the same problem, most likely though. Corgi might have a bigger problem because when they have this kneecap issue, if they move their weight to the front, like Dachshund, Corgi, this longer dog, right? When they have the kneecap issue, they push their weight to the front, they will actually stress the spine. And when they stress the spine, they will have something like a slip disc, like human slip disc, okay? That will cause the dog not able to walk from certain, maybe waist down or neck down, depends, okay? Oh, wow. Annie say it yelps when they get dislocated. So when they run with 3 legs, okay, suddenly, right, when they're running, suddenly they move up one of the back leg up. And then after that, maybe 2 seconds, they back to the foreleg and run again. Usually, if you see them, observe them when they're running. If they are doing that, it could be one leg all the time. It could be different leg. Because most of these dog that has this issue of dislocated kneecap, right? Because it's born to be like that, most of the time it happens in both knee. But sometimes one is actually more severe than the other. Okay, and then sometimes they sit on one side, or called the lazy sit. Will actually show you how lazy sit look. Even for adult dog, also they call this puppy sit. So licking their kneecap. So they are, let's say, I would say maybe 2 cases out of the 10. Okay lah, that's so much. 2 cases out of 30 cases that I see for skin problem that actually have problems around the back leg and the butt. That is so-called skin issue. They book an appointment. They tell the front desk it's a skin issue, right? So the doctor, when I go in to see, I assume I'm seeing a skin problem. Okay, most of these patient, well, probably 2 out of 30 of these cases they are actually patella luxation rather than a real skin problem. Why? Because when they keep moving in and out, right, it is causing so much of pain and discomfort that the dog feels like they have to lick it. And the more they lick it, it becomes red and is so-called become this skin problem. They will lick on their patella, they will lick on their bum, okay? Because they feel like it is painful. So most of the dog that has kneecap problem might have this corsofemoral, which is the hip issue, all right, in the long run, okay? They can limp, especially with grade 3 and grade 4, they limp. And then sometimes they limp one leg, sometimes they limp both. And most of the time, whenever they limp on one leg, right, they will put their weight to another as well, okay? Sometimes when they are younger, they really like to jump on sofa, jump everywhere. Then at the age of maybe 6, 7 years old, they do not really like to jump anymore, okay? And when we touch the leg, they feel so painful, they turn around and bite you, okay? That's in a slightly severe case, okay? And when they lift their leg, when they are feeling painful, they will lift their leg up, not putting it on the ground, okay? This is how a lazy sit like. So usually when you see a dog sitting properly, right, the 2 of the back leg will be moving inward, touching down, like how you ask a dog to sit, all right? Can we show them how a lazy sit look like? Okay, so you will see that they're actually putting their leg this way, or they're putting their leg behind, the back leg. Whether they are puppy or whether they are adult, they're doing that. When they're resting this way, they feel more comfortable. If they sit up like that, they don't feel comfortable because the patella get dislocated. Okay, so sometimes, most of the time, when they are painful, they don't want to bear weight on that leg. Okay, what does it mean by What does it mean by not bearing weight? That means the leg not touching the ground. Annie says that the dog always have lazy sit. Her dog has like a grade 2, grade 3. That's why they always have lazy sit. And most of the time, the owner thinks that this is normal. Okay? They think that this is normal and they think it is cute. Okay? And if your dog is doing that most of the time, it's good to get your vet to have a check. All right? So when we say that we ask them to check and things like that, it might be a grade 1 and grade 2 thing. Don't worry about it. If it is grade 1 or grade 2, right, we have something, you know, medically or something alternative to be able to do before it gets really bad or when they age. All right. So they are not bearing weight on the painful leg, meaning to say that you will see them walking three-legged. Okay. They refuse to exercise a lot more. It's like they used to like to run around, but they don't run around anymore. Okay. And then they will have sometimes in very, very bad case, right? The patella actually swell up or become red because they keep licking on it. Okay. Kobe also always sits like that. Oh no. Mickey sits like that too. Anyway, when you think that your dog sits like that, right? Did you actually ever talk to your vet about the patella? If not, the next time when you go for vaccination, do ask your vet to see whether you heard about this patella luxation that is very prone in small breed, and let them check whether they are your pet's actually having it. Okay. The shape of the femur and tibia, you won't really see it. Clicking sound of the joint happens when in grade 3 or grade 4, usually grade 3. Why? Because it moves in and out, okay? And then they really don't like you touch the leg by the stage 3 and stage 4 because it's painful. And why I say they will have neck and back pain, because in the long run, when they are actually when they are actually moving all this weight to the front, they need a lot of strengthening from the neck and the back. And if they do that for a very long time, next time I'll probably be teaching you, in between the spine, there are actually a small disc, you know, called the intervertebral disc. That means two spine. Spine means 尾龍骨. Okay, 2 spine, in between there's this cartilage, and inside there's some jelly thing. So whenever you heard humans say slip this, right, this is what it is. So maybe some of this gel actually pop up and press on the nerve. There you have the back pain. All right. And sometimes back pain come in a different way. It could come with just tense abdomen. It can come with just the dog not willing to walk or not willing to sit. They can just stand for quite a long time. Okay, I feel like I'm okay. Then they slowly sit down because it's too painful from the back. Okay. So what are the complications if this thing happen all the time and the owner doesn't know about it? Most of the time when the cases come to us as limping case, it's already having all these 3. It could be arthritis, okay? And then the cruciate ligament rupture or tear, and then they will have degenerative joint disease, okay? Degenerative joint disease, meaning to say that in the long run, this thing keep rubbing on the side, and then the joint surface, which is the white color cartilage around here, will become very inflamed. Okay, in the long run, this DJD is something like or osteoarthritis, or people say 風濕啦. Okay, so now for treatment option, why I need to talk to you about the grade is because depends on the grade, we can actually tell you what to do. Okay, so for grade 1, usually grade 1 and grade 2, what we can do is like we can do physiotherapy, chirotherapy, hydrotherapy. Hydrotherapy means you can actually bring them for swimming. Why do we actually need to do this hydrotherapy is because as they're moving, they're actually building their muscle, okay, without having so much of pressure when they are walking and running. Okay, physiotherapy and chirotherapy needed because whenever they didn't walk properly, not aligned, then the whole spine will try to move towards certain way, right, to try to ease the pain. Okay, so that's why this chiro come into play. Laser happens, laser can help in a way is because it reduces the inflammation. Okay, reduce inflammation. So there are a lot of other things that reduce inflammation. Okay, like supplements, laser, or even you can use warm water compression. Okay, we can use oral anti-inflammatory. There are so many oral inflammatory now that is a lot more safer compared to what we had before. Okay, previously we can have just the non-steroidal, which is very strong, that actually cause kidney issue, gastric issue and all that. But nowadays we have very good anti-inflammatory, very good grades anti-inflammatory that actually can give for long term in severe cases like grade 2 and grade 3, right? That people that cannot go for surgery, like in cases that the patient are too old or the patient has heart problem and all that, that they need to maintain on this anti-inflammatory for long term. Okay, they are brands like different brands that your vet can actually tell you. So for joint supplement, you can go on collagen. You can go on things that have green leg muscle. Okay, and then you can use glucosamine, yes. And then you can actually go on anti-inflammatory like curcumin. Curcumin is like Wong-Gyong-Fan. Okay, shark cartilage is one of the source of glucosamines, I think. Is that what you're using? And collagens and green leg muscles has anti-inflammatory effect. So most of the joint supplement that you know are mostly glucosamine and chondroitin. Okay, glucosamine and chondroitin are actually a very long it's a very recognized supplement. What it does, it actually try to have the precursor. Precursor means the material to make and repair the joint. Okay, why if it is only used glucosamine not good enough is because the ongoing moving of the patella, right, is actually causing the whole area around it to be very inflamed. And you need something to reduce the inflammation. If you do not want to use medicine, then things like collagen, green leg muscle, and turmeric extract. Turmeric extract is better. Try not to use just turmeric powder itself because you need a lot of turmeric powder to come up with some very good turmeric extract that actually helps with the inflammation. Okay, bone broth can actually helps with calcium building and all that, but to actually have this anti-inflammatory effect, it's quite difficult. Glycofax actually has green leg muscle and glucosamine. All right. So now, right, okay, people that is here, I'm going to challenge you guys, okay? Not only you guys need to know the brand of the thing, you know, you're coming another level. You know, I really thank you guys for, you know, attending classes, you know, to a different level to actually know more about your pets, okay? So what what is it that I need to challenge you is that next time when you look into the brand of whatever that you are giving, look into the active ingredient and the dosage of the active ingredient. Then I want to know whether those absorbable dosage, right, actually is going to be helpful for your dogs, okay? Glycofax, like I told you, is glucosamine and relate muscle and MSM. MSM is also another natural anti-inflammatory, okay? I wouldn't know whether joint supplements so in pet shop works, but you look into the ingredient, it has to be this few and it has to have good dosage. Okay, check on the dosage as well. BioCK has exertensin. Okay, it does actually help with anti-inflammatory as well. Okay, and MSM, like I already told you, is anti-inflammatory. I wouldn't know what is in natural vet LVL too. So you have to look into the supplementation for a patella luxation grade 3 at a 7-month-old puppy. You need something a lot more anti-inflammatory effect. Okay, so your glucosamine chondroitin has to be at least 3 to 500. All right. So the brand that we use, like I told you, the best dosage that I told you is about 3 to 500 milligram. Okay, so no, glucosamine is the precursor. Glucosamine is the precursor means the material to build the joint surface, the cartilage. Okay, and then what is this? You can't hear? You can't hear me? Can you hear me now? All right, thanks. They to be very frank, right? There are a lot of glucosamine out there. A lot. All right. And the dosage that you should be doing for a small dog. For a small dog, it's about 300 to 500 milligram. Okay. It's about 20 it's about 300 to 500 would be very good. If let's say for a dog that is 10 kilo and above, right, you might need a little bit more. Okay, 10 kilo and above, you need 500 milligram to 1000 milligram at least. Okay, yeah, small breed is 3 to 500, right? Okay, if you really can't get 300, at least a 250 milligram. Okay, quite light as well. And then not only you have to find the dosage of the glucosamine, you also need to read about the absorption as well. Certain brand has better absorption than the others, they claim. US and UK brand that we use a lot is that cyanoquin and cyanoquin cosiquin, something like that. Okay, and the pet shop brand, I think there are so many, I can't really tell. I'm not sure about the pet shop brand too much, right? So go and look into it. For glucosamine and chondroitin, I personally, there's a lot of supplement that we can use from the human side, but for glucosamine and chondroitin, I would say if you can go for the pets one. Okay, which actually better I'll put it down. I'm not sure whether Cosiquin is still in the market for Malaysia. These are the, and then there's this, there are some small dog that you can't really feed that big capsule or big tablet, right? You might want to try this thing that is liquid. Is it Pet Natural? The 4-in-1 joint care. Let me check. Okay. All right. So we're done with this. Let's go to the next one. Let me check on the, because I have a lot of patients that have problem giving capsule to their small dogs. Yeah, it's Natural Pet. Natural Pet has this thing. Okay, I'm not supposed to tell you brands and all that, but okay, this is a closed session. Let's do this. Okay. As a disclosure, I'm not related to any one of this company. Okay, it is enough for what is this, grade 1, grade 2 for sure. Okay, some of the grade 3 and even pets that after surgery, right, we actually put them on this for long term. Okay, then curcumin extract is also to reduce, we use a lot of pediatric, what is this called, UC2 booster. This one usually I think your pets have, your vet have to dispense it to you. But this one has a very, it doesn't have too much, it doesn't have glucosamine and chondroitin. It actually has something called the alpha-apine that reduce like an anti-inflammatory. All right. I want to give you guys very practical stuff so that you can use it right away. So I really hope that not only don't tell others, like it's good to tell others to join the class so that they can learn. All right. Okay. So that's why imagine all of these people that know that their pets have this issue, right? Start giving them glucosamine and all that. All right, great. So in very severe grade like grade 4, grade 3 or grade 4, usually by grade 4 is good. Let's say you're 7 months old, already have a grade 3, grade 4, I would really recommend you to do the surgery. But not all the vets can actually do the surgery. There are some orthopedic vet that is very good in this. You can PM us. I think I better PM to you. Some vets that is really good in doing this small dog patella surgery. Okay, right. The type 1, type 2 collagen. Yes. Right. Let's see whether is there other things that I need to cover. Okay, I'll tell you how the surgery looks like. Okay, don't be panic. I just want to show you how does it look like and how we do it and why we are doing it that way. Okay, next. So for here, right, what happened is, imagine this is the groove. This is the dental area, the groove. So this is the patella that is on top, right? So now what happened is that, okay, probably you pin me up. Okay, this is where the groove is, right? And then because it keeps moving, is because this groove probably too shallow. Okay, so what happened is, I'm not being pinned. Okay, you guys can see me, you guys see me in the bigger view, right? Put into the speaker. So this is how it is, right? So because this groove is too shallow, it keeps coming out. So what happened is when we go for surgery, we cut this thing like a wedge. And then we do it like a carpenter, right? We file the bone and make the groove deeper. And then we put back the triangle that we cut out into that place. And then after that, put the patella back. Imagine the patella, remember, there's a muscle here, and then there's a ligament that is actually pulled from here, hold the patella and down, right? So this thing that is pulling it will be put right back. And then to fix this thing here, right, so that it doesn't move around anymore, even after you deeper it, is, then we can show you the x-ray. Is actually we pin it with a wire to the lower leg, which is the tibia fibula down here. And then after that, we tie it with a wire with a figure of 8 so that it stays there. Okay. Can we show them the x-ray? Okay. So if you can see, we put in pin down there. So the patella is up there. Can you remember the patella that is up here on the rightmost of your screen? Patella is up there. So after removing or making it deeper, it will stays up here already. And then the 2 pins that goes down is actually, remember the tendon or the ligament that's being pulled down. That particular ligament is being then pinned down at the lower, which is the tibia. And we put a figure of 8 to tie it so that it fixes it there all the time. It will kind of permanently so-called fixed because it's fixed there. But definitely because it's fixed there, so it needs some time for that whole area inflammation to come down and all that. They can still walk properly, okay? Most of the time. Most of the time they can recover and they will walk like probably after 2-3 days. Usually they'll walk very well after 2-3 days, okay? So we all try not to go to this extent, right? So as long as your dog is not towards the 3rd and 4th stage, we want to do something about. So what we do is, first of all, to know this, and to know this is about how to prevent, okay? Know this disease actually coming from a very bad genetic issue. So if you know that your dog is having this, or if you know someone who know their dog is this and still breeding it, please try to advise them not to. All right. You breed only dogs with good knee, but it also can't really be guaranteed because some of these good knees dog, right, already carrying the gene from the ancestor that the patella luxation problem is already there. Okay, so there's no guarantee, but it's definitely better to breed dogs with good knee. Sorry, catching cold. Only breed dog with good knees. Then whoever, even if grade 1 luxation, don't breed them. Okay, thank you, Shannon and Debbie. Right, so now you know. Let's say your dog always sit on the like a lazy seat or the puppy, so and you thought you know that it is a grade 1 issue. So what do is that you walk them on the rough surface. So let's say they are at home all the time. So what do? So you go and put them on, those yoga mat, or definitely no staircase at all. Rough surface where you can actually walk them on, even those baby mats and things like that. All right. I know your house, if they are free roaming around the whole house, right? they will be having problem, especially when they run around. Okay. Then second thing, which I forgot to put it down here, is that always trim their paw hair so that they have better grip. If they have better grip, they don't actually slip that much. Okay, which actually then help the patella not to come out. She skate around. That's the problem. So maybe what you should do is you shave the hair. Always make sure the paw hair is clean so that they have better grip. If you really can't, then think about putting on some there is, well, I'm not sure whether it's available in Malaysia, but you can actually put something that makes the paw pad a bit rough. Okay, shoe will work, but most of them don't like shoe. So with the shoe, right, it goes walk like that. That will be even more difficult. Socks maybe is better. Those anti-slip socks could be better if they are okay with wearing the socks. Okay, if not, then you have to put carpets. Oh, carpets is one of the things that you can use. Carpet is good because carpet looks nicer maybe to your home. Okay, then definitely knowing that is grade 1, put on the supplement, you know, the anti-inflammatory supplement, or even the glucosamine and all that might help. And then you can put on brace when it comes to about grade 2. Okay. Okay, Shannon. If they have carpet, they pee on top. Teacher, not to pee on top. Okay, lastly, if it is in between grade 2 and grade 3, right? Usually what we do is that we actually put on brace, like a knee guard for them. Okay, it's very bad that we can't really get good brace in Malaysia. I've tried a few. It is not really good. So the one that we have, right, or most of the time in the cases that we need, we actually bought from overseas, either from Taiwan or from US, is the one that you hold and then it's strapped around the body. Okay, that is the one that we usually use. Or if you, because what happened is the femur is very big, then the tibia fibula is very small, right? So maybe Pang Yun can show them how the brace look like. So the brace, the one that we have for slightly bigger dog, it looks like that. So imagine the femur is actually very big, right? The thigh is actually very big, and then it's very small. So if you use the normal knee guard, like human knee guard and all that, it doesn't work at all. Okay, because it will slip down. So if you can get, let's say, if they really have problem, you will have to get something like this. And this would be this will not be so good for boy dog, because this stripe goes around. Sometimes they hit their prepuce and their pupil. Okay, so when you want to buy this, you have to be a little bit careful if your dog is a boy. All right, great. So I have done whatever that I want to tell you. Is exactly 1 hour. I'll open for Q&A for about 10-15 minutes, 10 minutes if can. So type your question here at the chat, okay? And as you're typing your question here, when I'll take some time to answer you, allow me to also advertise a little bit on our platinum membership. All right. So what is PetMedic platinum membership portal? It's actually something that you pay for the year, which costs only 200 over ringgit. And why we want to do this is because we want more and more people to know and to learn about these pet health classes. All right. So what would you get when you go to this portal? So whatever that I teach today, or whatever you have joined before, you will be able to go through the webinar again. If you can't get it very clearly, the PPT slide, the pet health tutorial, and then sometimes we have gift from sponsors as well. All right, and then definitely we give cash voucher. I don't know why we are doing this. Whatever that we're giving, right, is a lot more than you pay. And then at the end, it's like we're giving all this talk for free. But we don't mind because we really think that this is going to help. All right. So the cash voucher, about 150 ringgit in our pet Shopee shop. And then you can actually join like 6 times of this webinar, which usually we sell it at 50 ringgit per session, which worth 300 ringgit already. And then not only that, they want to give you the PetMedic members kits as well, which consists of the paw spray, DMG, and all that, worth 179 ringgit. And definitely we have a Facebook community that you can join us. And sometimes we realize that this group is a little bit quiet because no one really asks questions. If you really ask questions there, and then we ask you feedback on, what you want to know so that we can prepare the next talk for you better. Okay. And then, yeah, if you like this, please scan this to sign up. Okay. If you have question, please WhatsApp our team at that WhatsApp number. All right. So let me look at your chat. Can I make it bigger? Okay. Okay, I will start with Lupi's patella luxations, Daphne. You say Lupis has patella luxation last year. Okay, it has laser therapy for a month. Will it recur? Now you tell me, after you go through the class, you tell me whether this can happen again. Okay, or other friends can please help. Yeah, after you have get us to, after I've explained to you how the patella luxation happens and all that, whether you can actually answer Daphne that question. Wendy, I think if you think that Disney always sit like that and she has no problem whatsoever with the check, I'm not sure whether it could be somewhere else like hip. If your vet has checked and is really, really good, then it's probably just because of habit. Very rarely that dogs like to sit like that. Okay, so whoever like Mickey and Kobe, please get your vet to check, okay? So laser therapy can do in quite a lot of quite many clinics. They know what to do, but laser therapy, you need to know it is mainly for anti-inflammatory purpose, meaning you use the laser therapy to do this anti-inflammatory effect, but it doesn't really solve your problem if it is patella luxation at all. Okay, shark cartilage can be given, no problem, that is good. The joint supplement, we have actually discussed quite detailed about it. And then what else? I'm not familiar with MENG Taiwan. I'm not sure if you can, if you're one of our member, please share it with us, and then we can actually show you how it is. Yeah, if it is glucosamine that is less than that, it's either you need to give more or to have that effect for your doggy, unless your dog is a very, very small dog, but most of the time it needs that 300 milligram or 250 milligram at least of glucosamine to actually helps, even though it's 2-3 kilo dogs. Okay, and then what are the questions? jumping too much is really not good. So if you can, you please prevent her from jumping. You are quite right that if they have grade 1, grade 2, right, you're going to give them whole life supplement. And some of the time, you can actually build it up for about 6 weeks or so, 4 to 6 weeks, okay, of the daily dose. And then after that, you can actually put it as every other day dose for a long period of time. At some point of time, some owner tell me that, after a while, they're okay, the dog no longer painful and all that, then they stop. Then they will see effect probably a few months after. Then a few months after, the pain comes back. So then you have to start over again. So when you start over again, go on the high dose for another 6 weeks or so, okay? If you already know that this is there and it's concurrently always happen, right? Then you need to at least do it every other day. That means skip a day, then you give. Or if it is like so stable already, nothing, no problem, then at least 1 week twice. Okay? And you carpet the area will be good. Loopy has recovered from stage 1, will recur. Actually, the stage 1 is always there. It's probably always there, but if it happens again, out again, then you might need to go for the laser therapy and all that again, and anti-inflammatory. So if you are giving supplement and then you have already carpeted your area, the chances of it recur will be lesser. Okay, I'm very impressed that you say it happens 1+ year ago and until now it doesn't recur. I'm not sure whether you are giving the supplement all the time or at least you do something about your flooring already. If the dog always spin, will there be an impact on patella? Yes, but mostly to the spine. Okay, and you need to know why he keeps spinning. When he spins, whether he's chasing the tail and the butt. If they're actually chasing the tail and the butt, it could be because the knee or the butt is actually a little bit painful. Okay, and when she spin around, it could be as simple as just anal gland impacted. That means the anal gland is being all filled up, and then you need to clean that, or it could be just a joint pain as well. If you have Glycoflex, then you don't have to do the 4-in-1 anymore because it's almost the same thing. Okay, and then 4-in-1, why I mentioned 4-in-1 is just because it has the liquid type. So some dogs that really cannot eat all these treats or tablets, or you can't crush it and put it in the food, then the liquid one is another choice. Okay. Need to take supplement whole life? Yes. You can change brand, yes. And then sometimes you go on grade 1, and then after that, when things get a bit worse, then you can change to another higher dose as well. Okay, let's say you see grade 1 and no limping, nothing at all, right? You go on giving them the 150 milligram, it's fine too. Okay, if they start lifting their leg and all that for a treatment purpose, then you at least need to go on 250. What age we should start glucosamine? Not about what age, Bishan. It's actually about what grade. Okay, what grade? So if your dog is already like grade 1, you should start the glucosamine, but you can go on a very low dose. Okay, but if you keep lifting up the leg, then you have to go on 250 and above. Patella only at the back leg, not front leg, yeah? Patella hai polokoi. Polokoi means the kneecap. Your knee is only at the back leg, so both at the back leg. Okay. Other luxation can be in the front leg. They shake the front leg. It could be also, I'm not sure whether it's old dog or things like that. It could be because of the spine. It could be because of, like just now I said, right? If long-term the kneecap has problem, they shift the weight to the front. Sometimes it's caused the front to be a bit shaky as well. I can't tell you right now. You probably need to get your vet to check on that. Permanent recovery after surgery. Like I told you, for that fixation, yes. Usually we'll give supplement as an anti-inflammatory effect as well. Maybe low doses every other day, right? After 8 months taking your C2 booster, yeah, you can actually do, actually 1.5 months should be quite enough to do daily doses. Then after that, every other day. Or they have another every other day, or they have another maintenance dose of the same brand that you can actually give daily as well. The anti-inflammatory dosage is not that high. Managed to get a few different size sprays. Still managed, instead of getting from Shopee, right? There are some cases whereby you can actually measure the circumference of the dog's leg and then get it so-called customized for your dog. Okay, I think that would be better for you, Michelle. What dog do you have? Vets told me dog grade 1 to 2, but I bring paw rehab. They told me doesn't seem like got patella problem. It might because he keep turning clockwise. So, oh, you mean the turning one, is it, that actually caused? I don't understand your question, Shirley. You may want to either switch on your mic to tell me.
就是我带去看医生的时候，那个医生就很多跟我讲他是 grade 1 grade 2，
right？
就带去这个他们讲看脚的
paw rehab 是一个 physiotherapy center。
OK，so 他就讲没有 patella problem， 可能是因为他一直转一个方向，所以他比较少用到另一只，用到一边脚，所以他时常会抬起来他一边脚。
这样他为什么要转呢？ It has to be some problem, right? So when 你的 vet 跟你讲他 patella 1 2的时候啊，你就 feel 一下，看是不是？你叫你的 vet 给你 feel 一下，因为一定 feel 得到，一定 feel 得到 when 他推出去的时候，是不是？你可以放你的手在那边，你的手这样子放着在那个 patella 那边，他推看会走出来吗？如果是完全没有 patella luxation 的那个在这边，是不是？你推它推不出去？Okay, so if 他能推出去 then 他回来，他能推出去回来 meaning they might be a patella issue. Okay, so 如果他是这样子的话 then 他为什么要keep turning clockwise? What is causing her to turn clockwise?
有 check 过 but then 就是没有
不知道为什么。
他就是只是走路的时候平时都是一直转着走的，不能走直直的，就是他能走直，但是他还是喜欢一直转着走。
Oh, how old is your dog? 几岁啊
？1 to 2 years old.
You might want to check. You might want to check the what is this? The frontal as well. It could be. What you do is you can actually
Actually, I asked before, and then the vet said maybe because of the PDA problem, 所以他的脑可能是 underdeveloped.
So 他有 PDA, right? Okay. 这样 that explain the 那个脑，就我刚才跟你讲那个脑的事情，可能他这样子转的话，是因为他的脑有问题，或者是他头壳有问题。
But then 可以 recover 吗？这种事？
如果因为那个脑 underdeveloped and turn that way, it might be a bit difficult. That 不要给他 turn, but 我觉得如果是那个 vet 可以跟你讲，他有 grade 1 grade 2的 patella issue, right? Meaning when he's doing that, right? 他其实有 feel 到他出来了，他才会跟你讲。他是摸了他才跟你讲，对吗？Right. So meaning what you need to do is like 你真的去找回那个 vet 的时候，你叫他 feel 给你 feel 一下，那个东西有没有走出来？ Like how it feels like that 他走出来。So it could be 2 things at one go. That means that turn around. That is why he is using one leg more than the other. It can be. That means it could be the paw rehab also correct. This vet also correct. That 他慢慢升到有 patella 的问题 and then 他的脑有问题 that's why 他 keep turning.
Okay,
that actually caused the problem of this not able to put the leg down properly, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So what you need to do is that 你要做 something to give the supplementation of nerve supplementation and things like that for the brain. That means you're supplementing the brain. Then also you need to do something about 那个 walking 哦。
如果去你的 vet 可以 check 的吗？
可以，但是因为那个 doctor 跟你的意思是要 double confirm
没有，因为我平
whether
时都是看不同的 doctor 的，
all right
因为他的 problem，所以呀。
can why not I hope I can help you。不过你的那个想法就是，你除了要take care of 这一个问题，你也要 take care of 他那个 patella 的问题。因为如果那个 vet 可以这样子跟你讲的话，应该就是有这样子的问题啦。可以，你再找时间make appointment to see us can.
Okay, thank you.
Could it be because Kobe always doing lazy sit? Meaning 什么right.
Hello, doctor， 我有一个问题。
来。
So 其实我的狗是我之前跟我的狗是在 Korea 的，我们是去年才10月才回来的。我们 both of us 在 Korea 的时候呢，我们有两个 opinion 啦。Both of the opinion also thinks that 我的狗 left side 是 level 2 and then right side 是 level 3。
All right.
Okay, but both of them also not recommended for a surgery because 我的狗是 multiple 啦 is like 4.2 kilogram, 所以它是 quite small.
Okay.
So both of them also recommend to do a brace. So 那时候呢，我们在 Korea 的时候是做一个 you know when people go for the anesthetic, like you know, when they lose their limbs, they will go for the prospective, helps. 我们就是做了一个 brace， 那个 brace 是根据我的狗的hind leg， 它是2个后面都是所谓 level 2 and level 3了。所以我们从
它的样子是不是好像刚才我们给你看这样子的样子的？
它是 is a little bit more complex for them from that because 它是有一个 spring 的，它中间有like on the knee side 是吗？它有一个 spring， so 它那个 spring is like forcing 它的 upper leg to upper muscle to be strengthened. Okay, so 他那时候 diagnosed for level 2 and level 3是1年1岁的时候。So we do like 30 minutes every day for 3 times a day. So we also do for like weight management， 不要让它太胖了，因为 doctor 也是 recommend that because of the patella laxation, you have to also take care of the weight.
Definitely.
So yeah. So 那时候我们就 try to like reduce 它的 daily food intake.
所以你的 question 是什么？
我的 question 就是 like brace, I know brace is like 那时候他 recommend is like okay, brace is like what we can do now, but towards like middle age of the end, like later of the stage, he might still need to go for surgery. Is that true?
So the question, this question, right? I've kind of answered you previously that sometimes the doggies start at grade 1, grade 2, right? And then eventually it goes up to grade 3 and grade 4. And especially when they age, especially when they run around like nothing's happened, the patella just keep moving, and then the ligaments in between, right, actually lost the strength of holding it much. That's why it will actually go out permanently. And when that happens, then you end up with grade 3 and grade 4, am I right? So when your dog's patella issue goes to grade 3 and grade 4, then you need the surgery. Otherwise, the patella will be out most of the time. Okay, so that could be it lah. All right. So 你的现在如果你还是有那个 brace, because your brace is like a functional brace. So what I would recommend you to do, right? Let's say your dog is a very active dog, this particular working brace that you need the spring to work for a while, right? You can actually put it on still with the 3 sessions a day. But when you go out for walk, you can actually use the stabilizing brace like how we show you just now. That means 没有那个 spring 的，它只是 hold 着 like 它把两个东西夹住 then so that that thing just go up and down, it cannot go left and right. That's all. Now what happened is the patella just go left and right and left, whatever they want to. So this one, whatever that you use is trying to like move it to actually strengthen that muscle and things like that. It's kind of a physiotherapy too. Then if the one that I show you, right, is actually just holding two sides together so that the patella cannot really easily come up. That's all.
Okay.
So when they go out for walk, you can actually use that kind of brace.
Yeah.
If you have contact in Korea, you can, if they have your measurement, I'm sure they can actually make one like that. Okay.
Yeah, because now 他用的是就是有个 spring 的，他已经是1岁半了，快要2岁了，所以我觉得 I don't know lah, but it's like if I can move towards like what maintenance 应该要怎么样做，那个我就是一个 big question 了。
Maintenance 就是这个有 spring 的 brace 可以 continue 用let's say 2 to 3 sessions a day, but 你那个holding the brace 呢 let's say 他 is more how to say active and all that, you bring him out every day for walk and things like that, then 你就 hold on with 那个 normal 的 brace which can actually hold it on so that it doesn't come out as often. Then when they rest, when he sleep, you take it out. All right. When you go for walk, you actually put it on again.
Yeah,
right?
I think 他们because when I was in Korea, 他们是有做一个 like scan on like his whole hin and the back leg. Maybe I can ask if they can do it. If not, probably I can look for the
maintenance brace. Yes.
Maintenance brace. Okay, thank you.
All right. Great. Okay, sleep whole day. I can't tell. if judo sleep whole day, I can't tell. So we go on. One last thing about Yumi, right, is that Yumi have PDA and then also went through the surgery. The turning around and all that could be happening because of the brain issue. So whatever supplement that you give for the brain problem, right, need to help. And then the patella, if you know that the patella is having issue, the brace might help as well. The supplement and the brace might help as well. Okay, instead of really curing it, which looking at whatever that you look now, it's not going to be. And grade 1, grade 2 for a PDA case, right, you definitely don't go for another surgery for sure. Okay. I'm advising this in the public, but anyway, it's the right thing to do for a PDA patient. Grade 1, grade 2, don't go for surgery for the knee. Okay, it's not worth doing because you might lose your dog, you know, with the knee surgery. All right, so just do the flooring and then do the supplement. That should be good enough. All right. Thank you so much. Have you guys learned a lot? If you guys have learned a lot, can you please give me some love and then 99. Okay, great. Should we do a photo session before we ciao? Right. Thank you so much. I hope you find it useful. I really love answering your question and things like that. If you are in the community, so do put in question and all that. In the community, I can actually answer you very generally. Now that it's a closed class, I will answer you a little bit more. But if you can get other people, if you think you learn so much, right? I really hope that you can share this out. You know, whatever charges that we make them pay, right? We're actually paying them with some cash voucher and things like that, right, Hongjun? And in that sense, right, we are actually giving the class for free. Okay, why am I doing this? Because I really want many people to know all this and can help their pets. Hey, Disney! My God, it's so cute! She keeps smiling. Look at her. Hi, Bacon. Hi, everyone. Oh no. Hi, Shara. Okay, come. Let's do whoever that can switch on your camera, please do. Hi, Yumi.
Okay, let's just take a quick screenshot. Let's take a quick photo lah together, and your fur baby as well. Okay, right. Let's just wait for a moment for everyone to turn on their cameras.
Okay, can ready lah, Fang Jun.
Okay, come. All right. Smile. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right.
Thank you so much. I'll see you guys 2 months from now, okay? Bye-bye.